What's up, y'all? Robbie TV, Shake back here. We back live with it, baby. What's up? What's up? Got a couple topics to talk about. Man, I'm just hearing about this Kyren Lacy story, which I ain't surprised. Fucked up, man, how they charged that boy. You know, they say you ain't even have no type of evidence. Then I made that boy kill himself, man. That shit really sad, yo. Goes to show you that being black in America is still, you know what I mean? It's still unjustifiable, bruh. Like, goddamn, you mean to tell me they charged that man, yo, and they say that yo was fucking, for what I see, they say he was 500 feet away from the accident. And I'm just hearing about it. That story ain't even break big like major news platforms for real. I'm just hearing about it after he passed away. You know what I mean? Which I'm really hearing about it today. I ain't even heard that about it Friday or last week or that. Like, I didn't even know about it. My girl told me about the story. I think Friday or Saturday. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't even hear nothing about it. So they did a damn good job of covering it up. That shit's sad, bro. That shit really sad. I don't understand. Like, yo, they still making this shit. Like, yo, motherfuckers still getting charged. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe. But this guy right here, or this kid, my bad, he's a kid.
You can clearly hear the suggestive nature indicating that I need you to say that you had to slam on your brakes and you had to avoid a charger.
Okay, just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and then the brakes, like, you know, you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
But then you hear Gold Truck, the witness.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe, man.
What he says.
Lacy.
And he says verbatim.
Hey, excuse my car, that's what I was even going for. That lady in the back of me, she didn't know what was happening. That's how she called direct. She was running in the back of me. She pulled on the other side.
I didn't skid marked or nothing because I wasn't even going that fast. That lady in the back of me, she didn't see what's happening. That's how she caused that wreck. She was going to run into the back of me, and she pulled into the other side. But there's a bigger problem. I then obtained the actual written statement.
And this is from the Gold Truck.
This is the Gold Truck. Now, after the statement we just went through, notice I've obviously redacted names, addresses, and the cell phone number in fairness to the individual who is Gold Truck, number one, in oncoming traffic. See, the problem with that statement is it is in direct contravention to what was said minutes earlier. It's not written by him, and where it says signed, it's not signed, it's refused. In that video, you can clearly
Yo, that's crazy, bruh. So they forged paperwork, falsified documents, police documents to try, you know what I mean, put this crash on this boy, man. Man, that's his name. This right here, his name Kyren Lacy. He was falsely charged by I think it was by Mississippi police for vehicle manslaughter, or vernacular manslaughter or something. Basically trying to say he killed somebody using this car, but he wasn't even right there near. He wasn't even really near the scene for real. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, that shit crazy, bruh. And that shit right there caused that boy to take his own life, man. Shorty had a bright future ahead of him, man. That's goes to show you how this injustice system and these police officers, man, they need to be charged. These police officers need to be charged, bruh. Because it's the reason these motherfuckers took his life, man. Like, come on now. Like, look, this your charger right here. You gonna see, I seen this video. Like, you gonna see it like this. Yo wasn't even really nowhere near it. They said yo was 700 feet, 500 feet away from him. Let me go on YouTube. That shit sad, man. That shit really say yo was innocent, bro. Like, that was innocent, man. And they lied on that boy.
You had to slam on your brakes and then the brakes.
Hey, what time are we going to protest in front of this state trooper?
Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe, Robbie TV.
Set your ass under oath and lied. Even on your police report, you said that he caused that accident, knowing he did not. Then the video surfaced. Why y'all just not posting the video after this baby is gone? Y'all could have been put this at rest. Y'all could have been told his family he was nowhere near the scene. Like, what is it about our young black men that y'all can't stand? Because that's exactly what this is. Y'all cannot stand these young. I feel so bad for our black men, and it's so sad that these white men, and I don't give a fuck how anybody feel, y'all are targeting these men. Y'all are targeting our kids. Why? What the fuck did we do to y'all? Seriously. No, like, you had the video. Like, I'm pissed. Y'all don't understand. I'm pissed. This baby is gone, and now y'all talk about he's innocent. Shut your asses up. He's been innocent. Y'all arrested him. Y'all humiliated him. And y'all did all that to him until he couldn't take it no more. And now he's innocent. When we look at the video, his car was nowhere near the fucking crash until afterwards. What is it?
And then I'm going, like, hold up. My bad thing is, like, yo, how could they, like, I ain't gonna say how, because we all know how, man. This shit, you know what I mean? We witnessed the time and time again. But my main thing is, how you gonna cause an accident when your vehicle has no damage? No damage, bruh. I don't understand that. Like, he ain't run no red light, he ain't run no stop sign, he wasn't getting chased by the police. None of that was going on, bro. But they saying this man caused the accident and his vehicle had no damage. Like, your vehicle had no damage, bruh. And they said yo wasn't even really nowhere near the scene. And we hear the police officers talking about, yeah, make sure they said you was speeding all these falsifying documents, man. You know what I mean? Making false reports on police reports. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, man. This shit crazy, bruh. And that, from what I'm looking like, Shorty had looked like he had a you know what I mean, a bright future ahead of him. Like, he had a bright future ahead of him. We played for LSU. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe. So they say former LSU player Kyren Lacy was facing neglected homicide charges from a fatal crash that when he was found dead after a police chase. His attorney says newly released video showing Casey was not responsible for the crash. Like, bro, come on, bro. Yo wasn't even responsible for the crash, man. They let this man kill himself. And yo played it for I didn't know he played for. I thought he was in high school, but this guy played for LSU. So yo, they always done. Yo, it's so happening in Louisiana, bro. That's crazy, bro. Like, these officers need to be charged. For real, they need to be charged, man. For real, because they the reason this boy took his own life. You feel me? Like, yo, this shit's sad, man. And we gotta, niggas gotta do something about it.
Well, if you've been around for over a year, I'm about to show you.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, this shit's crazy.
That's right. So Kyren Lacy's attorney said that he looked at every piece of evidence, including surveillance video, body cam footage, and the investigative report by the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office. During that interview shared with us by Homa TV, the attorney says reports between the District Attorney's Office and state police do not add up. During a recent interview on Homa TV, former LSU football star Kyren Lacy's attorney, Matt Ory, says data and surveillance video shows Lacy was more than 70 yards away from a collision on State Highway 20 in Lafourche Parish that killed 78-year-old Herman Hall in December of 2024. At the time of impact, he's 72.6 yards behind the vehicles at the time of impact. Following that wreck, Lacy was accused of being at fault for the crash and turned himself into state police in January on counts of negligent homicide, felony hit and run.
But this shit happened all the way in January.
At the time of his arrest, Louisiana State Police stated that Lacy, who was driving a green Dodge Charger, illegally passed multiple vehicles, causing a vehicle traveling in the opposite direction to avoid Lacy by swerving and crashing head-on into the vehicle that Herman Hall was a passenger in. Ory says Lacy was too far away to have any effect on the crash. Kyren Lacy did in fact pass 4 course. There's no disputing that. Further north, Kyren Lacy passed 4 course. However, he was back in his lane of travel, 92.3 yards. Back in his lane, behind Mr. Hall. In a statement sent to WWL Friday night, Louisiana State Police said in response to the Homa TV interview in part, investigative findings revealed that Mr. Lacy's reckless driving while approaching oncoming traffic led to the events of the crash. The very last line of the report from the district attorney's office says the evidence submitted in the crash report does not support that Kyren Lacy should have known that his actions were the cause of the crash that happened approximately 72 yards in front of him. Ory suggests a state trooper was trying to influence one witness on how to describe the crash. But during that exchange, the witness involved in the crash can be heard blaming another driver who is not Lacy before the state trooper redirects the conversation to Lacy's Charger.
That lady in the back of me, she didn't know what was happening. That's how she called that record. She was running in the back of me.
So, but the Charger was coming right at you, correct? And that's why you had to when you break the head on with you. So yeah, just make sure you include that, and that's very important.
Lacy, one of LSU's top wide receivers set to enter this year's NFL draft, took his own life with a self-inflicted gunshot wound in April. To this day, formal charges were never accepted by the district attorney. This is over. Oh, there's no criminal proceeding. Done. This is about making a promise to a kid who begged you to help him. And we are waiting for a response after reaching out to the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office about the investigation and that Homa TV interview. We also reached out to Matt Ory's office, and we are waiting for a response from him as well. Whitney?
That shit's sad, man. Yo, that shit. They said this man was more than 70 yards, bruh. 70 yards, and then you hit on the motherfucking body cam footage of the state trooper from the other guy saying there was another lady that was ramming to the back of the car. So basically, what happened was, I know how I go. The person. Well, from what I seen, from what I'm speculating, I wasn't there, so I'm not 100%. But from what my speculations say, when people not paying attention and they driving behind, let's say it's when it's traffic backed up, right? You know, stop and go traffic. Most people was texting on their phone, texting, watching a video, looking at their kids, talking to a passenger. But they doing something when there's a lot of rush hour traffic. Because, you know, most people, they need something to entertain them. You know what I mean? Sitting in traffic is, you know, it's not the right thing to do. But most people do it. I even a victim of it sometimes. You know what I mean? And I done actually had an accident. I done ran into the back of somebody doing that before. You feel what I'm saying? So I know, you know what I mean, what I'm talking about for real. From what my perspective is saying, they saying that the Kyren Lacy, he took over, like basically he went around traffic, I guess, to try to beat or whatever, you know what I mean, and saying he caused an accident, which is not true, because he was already set, and it was, they said he did go around traffic, you feel what I'm saying, but it was already, I think they said after the accident already happened or before, one of the two. But what the main point is, they said the lady that was behind that car, she wasn't paying attention, and so and for her, instead of her you know what I mean, slamming him back into the car, which would have been an automatically at-fault accident. You know, most people, I'd have seen it too. Most people, especially on the highway, they'd go on the shoulder. You know what I mean? Because they're not paying attention. They think the traffic went quicker than what it did. And you next thing you know, they ready end up in the back of somebody's rear view. I mean, in the back of somebody's bumper. So they just pull over, you know what I mean? They pull to the side so they don't hit the person in front of them. And me, from my hearing what they said, I think that's what happened. You feel what I'm saying? They trying to blame Kyren Lacy because he a black guy. You know what I mean? He was the biggest star in LSU at that time. They try to blame him. The whole time he ain't caused that accident, bruh. And then from the body camera footage, you hear the man saying the lady behind him. He ain't saying nothing about no charger. And I didn't even know this shit happened in January, bruh. So this shit been going on for a minute. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yo, them officers, man, they need to be charged for that. Like, they need to be charged, they need to be fired and charged. For real. For real, they need to do some time on that, because yo, they made that little boy lose his life, man. Well, he wasn't a little boy, but they made that guy lose his life, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, he everybody that's strong enough to, take scrutiny. You feel what I'm saying? You can tell Shorty was a big time star. It is in the city and in college. You feel what I'm saying? They say he was right into the draft this year. All that. You feel me? So yeah, Shorty was like, that shit probably hindered his chances. You mean they school probably wanted to drop him, all types of shit. It just goes to show you, man, the police lied. Yo, that shit fucked up, man. That shit fucked up, yo, that they lied about that for that boy. You feel what I'm saying? And for them to just be coming out and releasing the video, why the fuck y'all been ain't released the video? I thought this shit happened recently, like last month or something. Yo, they said this shit happened in January, bruh. So y'all been going through this shit since January. Come on now, man. Like they was trying to make that boy, you know what I mean, a bad guy. You know what I mean? They was trying to fuck up his chances of getting into the NFL. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, this shit crazy how they fucked that boy life up like that, man. Charged him for something y'all ain't even had nothing to do with. You know what I mean? Like, come on, his family motherfucking, yo, they got a mean lawsuit. You know what I mean? But it ain't even about the lawsuit. You know what I mean? It's about the family that, because you get money, you can come and go. Money come and go. You know what I mean? But, yo, that boy took his life off of something he ain't even do, yo. You feel what I'm saying? Like, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man.
Now, to be clear, the
Victor was saying that.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel.
In a statement, the Harris County Sheriff's Office said the precinct for constables.
Shout out to this guy right here, introvert rockstar.
Along FM 1960,
about to watch him. Shout out to him, man. Fair use.
Where Lacy had reportedly shot.
Shout out to this guy, man, introvert rockstar. We about to watch him. Check him out. That shit sad though, man. It's really fucked up that we live in the 2025 with all this technology, all these new ways we got to find out the truth. You feel what I'm saying? Cameras, GPS monitoring system, all type of shit. Cameras in your car. You know what I mean? Street cameras. You got all these fucking cameras and all this, all this type stuff. But yo, we not using it for. They using it for all the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? There's no way this boy should have been charged for this murder, man. You wasn't even there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, man. They did that shit because they found out, they seen that it was him. They knew he was a up-and-coming star at LSU, and they tried to destroy that boy's career, man. Like, come on now, yo. Even the witnesses' dad say they want no charge that had nothing to do with it. And you got the officer on body camera footage. That's why the body cameras is there. You feel what I'm saying? That's why they there. This man on body camera footage, bro, basically telling the witness to put, oh yeah, write it like this, write it like this. No, we not supposed to be doing. They supposed to tell the man write it how it happened. You know what I mean?
The ground.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe. We on our way to 300. Supposed to had 300 subscribers. YouTube took some subscribers from me. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe. We talking about the Kyren Lacy situation, man. The kid from down Louisiana. I keep trying to say Mississippi, but all that down there, you know what I mean? Like I said, they still ain't need to let C Murder out, yo. C Murder, I just seen a chick with C Murder. This man did recreate a whole 20-year document series from prison. How you supposed to been out, man? You know what I mean? Master P, now don't got all the money. They got all the money, so it ain't about the lawyers. It's just the system's so corrupt down there, bruh. You know what I mean? It's corrupt all through America. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy, bruh. That shit really crazy how they just like motherfuckers is innocent. They know motherfuckers are innocent. They still want to lock you up. Still don't want to let you go, bruh. That shit crazy. Rest in peace of this kid, man. Kyren Lacy. You know what I mean? He had a bright future ahead of him. You know what I mean? He played for LSU, which is a big top 10 school. You know what I mean? It's a big, you know what I mean? It's a big school. So yeah, he had a good future. Shit crazy, man. But we ain't watched this real quick.
Saying that no one got shot. She's saying that someone shot. He shot the gun and then left.
A deputy constable reportedly found Lacy driving about half an hour later and tried unsuccessfully to stop him, prompting a several-mile chase that ended here along Aldi and Westfield, then crashed. His father, Kenny Lacy, putting out this statement on Facebook, encouraging parents to check on their children's mental health. Several athletes also put out statements of their own, echoing his message. Now, to be clear, the Harris County Sheriff's Office is investigating this through their homicide division. They did put out a statement saying they recovered a gun from inside Lacy's car. They also say dash cam video shows Precinct 4 did not fire any shots after this chase was over. Right now, we're still working to clarify that also means no shots were fired before this chase ended. Shannon Ryan, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
And you already know, this channel, we hold racist Caucasian people accountable, because if we don't, who will? And before we start this video, if you don't like black people, black issues, black talks, get the step. In 2022, the U.S. Department of Justice opened a civil rights investigation into Louisiana State Police for racially biased policing and falsified records. Federal documents showed troopers manipulated crash reports, hid video evidence, and rewrote events to protect their own. Several officers were later arrested for malfeasance in office and filing false records, proving these acts weren't isolated but part of a larger cultural misconduct. Falsified records, hidden footage, and false narratives have been used again and again, often when the victims were black. Many believe this reflects a deeper historic bias in Louisiana law enforcement. Make that make sense. And they really wanted him dead. The racist people on social media, the raccoons on social media, the news outlets on social media. And what I did was I went back to the news coverage when Kyren Lacy died, and they all said the same thing. It was damn near word for word. They all said he unalived a Marine vet and he fled the scene. They all said that. The media and these fake racist journalists are the reason why Kyren Lacy isn't here today. Tell me I'm lying. But before I spaz out in this video, run it to you.
When you're talking to Kyren Lacy and he's saying, Matt, I wasn't involved in this. But what was his mindset like at the time?
Open a Chime checking account.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man. Shout out to this brother right here. Like, he doing the due diligence, do the homework. You feel me? Sound like, yo, that's crazy. And they said 2022, we gonna look that up too. Which I know this brother ain't, you know what I mean? I know he did his homework. Shout out to him. So I know he ain't, you know what I mean? Yo, Louisiana, yo, we already see what they do with C. Murder. C. Murder supposed to bit out of prison, bro. You got witnesses say C. Murder ain't do it. You got people saying that C. Murder, the evidence shows C. Murder what they do it. Ain't do it. They still got C. Murder been locked up over 20 years, bro. Yeah, man, this man got grandkids and shit now. He probably ain't even, you know what I mean, get the hug and all that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, this shit crazy, and that goes. I'm glad this brother put this out. He go get a subscribe for me, because I like how he talking black events and all. Like, you know, I'm everything as far as the black people. But yeah, Louisiana State Police had an investigation by the motherfucking U.S. Department of Justice for falsified documents. You feel what I'm saying? Illegal practices by a police officer. You know what I mean? What's the shit? Injustice. You feel what I'm saying? Racial discrimination, all that type shit, bruh. We already knew this shit was going on. Shit, they need to do one for every police department in the whole country. You know what I mean? Especially them down south ones, bruh. They real dirty. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they real dirty, yo. And it's fucked up how it cost this boy his life, man. This boy was a prominent star. You know what I mean? He probably was on his way to becoming a millionaire, taking care of his family. You feel what I'm saying? Because it looked like he was going to the league. I ain't watch his highlights when we get off it, but sure, it looked like he was nice. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if for them to do that, man, they try to sabotage. That's what they try to do. They try to sabotage your image. They try to sabotage his image first. They knew he was innocent. They chose that we gonna sabotage his image, make him look bad, make him like the bad guy. That way, if we do gotta overturn his conviction, or we do decide to wrongfully convict him or unjustly, you feel what I'm saying? Give him a fair due process, whatever. We already killed this image. You feel what I'm saying? And he kept trying to say he fled the scene, bro. He wasn't even like, it wasn't even his. He didn't cause the accident. So how he fled something? How you flee something that you didn't cause? He just, you know what I mean? He just went about his business. He ain't caused. If I see an accident, I didn't cause it. I mean, you know, it depends on how it is, and you know what I got to do. I might, if a person need help, I might stop and try to see if I can help the person or whatever. But I'm leaving too. You know what I mean? Most accidents, people just look and just, you know what I mean? They got shit they got to do. So I'm pretty sure that's what he did. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying say he probably wasn't driving fast. So you know what I mean? I don't know. But I know they say he ain't caused the accident, and then for him to be 70 yards, that's down near a football field. You feel what I'm saying? Football field 100 yards. So he was 70 yards away. So this man was all the way down. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, how can that shit even be? Like, how is that even? Like, how can they even? You feel what I'm saying? So what they just seen? They just ran the cameras back and seen a green Charger just driving past or something. Oh, we gonna get that green Charger. How the fuck did they even? If he was 70 yards away, which gotta be at bad minimum 4 or 5 cars away, bad minimum. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on now, yo. It's shit sad, man. When it's fucked up how they keep doing our injustice with our black brothers, man. The same way we just saying the shit. And I think that was Mississippi. Where the guy they say committed suicide. Man, like by hanging himself. Ain't no black man hanging himself committing suicide, bro. Like most people say, most guys, you know what I mean, they would shoot themselves like in this situation, which is still wrong, you know what I mean? It's, you know, I'm praying for the family, and I hope this guy ain't do this to himself because he had a bright future ahead of him. And he was going to get paid anyway because, you know what I mean, he maybe had to do, you know what I mean, maybe a little time, maybe a couple years, whatever, until they could fix the case. Or they might have not. Shit, now they saying it was a Marine vet. You know, they was already going to probably have the juror be biased anyway. Plus, he black in Louisiana. You know what I mean? You know that you say the shit racist as a bitch down there. So that's your shit. He probably wasn't going to try to. They can't get life for vehicle, but I don't think so. You know what I mean? If anything, he would have gotten maybe 10 years or something like that if they did try to wrongly convict him. But you know what I mean? It's still in the fact where it's like, yo, this boy had to lose his life, man. He shouldn't have took his life. You know what I mean? I know. I'm not saying that it's his fault that he did it. No, it's the state of Louisiana fault, bro. Y'all wrongfully convicted this and wrongfully charged this guy, man, and you know what I mean? Had these officers lie on falsified statements and try to coerce the witnesses into writing the statements how they want them to write them. Yo, what's up with these? Where's these officers at, bro? We need to, you know, when this situation, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Lose some steam with it. We need to be staying on these officers' heels. Whoever these state troopers was that prosecuted, that handled this case. Man, they need to be charged. They need to be fired. They need to be charged, bruh. Flat out. You feel what I'm saying? Because they need to keep an investigation going on all these officers. Because it's fucked up, yo, how these kids, man, is doing this shit to themselves, bruh. It's fucked up, man. You know what I mean? Over some shit that y'all ain't had nothing to do with. Nothing to do with. You feel me? Like, this shit got me tight, bro. This shit got me hot. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like, man, this shit, it could be anybody's kids, man. Look, Shorty had a bright future ahead of him. You know what I mean? So if they do that to a kid that hadn't, you know, and I'm pretty sure they knew who he was. He played for the state of Louisiana. He played for LSU. LSU, the biggest college in Louisiana. So I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean, they knew who he was. You know what I mean? Plus, he was a wide receiver, and I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean, he was, I ain't saying, you know, he was probably the biggest star, but I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, they knew who he was. You know what I mean? You a wide receiver for one of the biggest college in your state. You feel me? Like, yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe. Robbie TV, we on our way to 300 subscribers, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. But yeah, I think this is lawyer right here. Let's see what this lawyer had to say. Shit fucked up, huh?
the scene. They all said that. The media and these fake racist journalists are the reason why Kyren Lacy isn't here today. Tell me I'm lying. But before I spaz out in this video, run the tape.
When you're talking to Kyren Lacy and he's saying, Matt, I wasn't involved in this. But what was his mindset like at the time?
It's horrible. Look, man, you got a young kid that's getting assassinated on public media, social media.
Assassinated.
He begged me to help him. I was already helping, but it was a consistent deal, obviously, meaning far after representation, begging me to help him. And you move as fast as you can with what you have, right? But there was a defining point for me in this whole situation that I knew he wasn't joking. And he referenced things in football fields. And I know it's easy to look back and say, oh, I bet he never said that. He's deceased now. BS. I'm telling you now what he told me. He said I was a football field. A football field is how he compared things, right? So he's saying when he got back in his life.
That's what I told y'all. I told y'all a football field 100 yards. So if he 50, 60 yards away, he damn near a half of a football field at least away from the crime scene, bro. Like, come on now, yo. 70 yards is not no that. You know what I mean? Like they said, keep what doing social distance. It was what 12 feet. Keep a 12-foot distance or some shit. Let's imagine 70 foot, bro. Like, yo, that's a nice ways. You feel me?
Was a football or even a little over a football field over by the time I'm back in my lane. And when I told him that they had video surveillance of this whole thing, it was like he was relieved for a second. Because I think in his mind, he thought that which most did. Most people that I talk to think that he actually hit the vehicle or he barely got past him and then they collided. That was the narrative that I heard the most. So in his mind, at least he's looking at this going, okay, somebody can show I actually watched this accident. I saw it. And he told me there was a car between them. Hell, after I read everything prior to meeting with him and the things that I heard, I'm questioning what's going on here. Did he just get through and take off like they suggested? You and I read reports earlier. We're looking at old news reports where they say he actually collided with a vehicle.
They did.
They actually said he fled a scene. They actually said he came back to the scene. Do you know how preposterous that is?
And I was ready to say that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, like what this ain't even making no sense, bro. Like, you got a lawyer that went to law school. That's, you know what I mean? I ain't got half of the knowledge of this man got as far as, you know, the law and criminal. You know what I mean? And I'm even making it say like, yo, for the flee a scene, something gotta happen. And for them to say he caused the accident, how did he cause it when there's no damage to his vehicle? Now, don't get me wrong, you can cause an accident by running the light, or you know what I mean, getting on the shoulder, or you know what I mean, like I say, driving on the wrong side of the road. You know what I mean? You can cause it, but bruh, come on, bruh. Like they got video of him showing like he was already, like I said, 2 car lengths behind the accident. And yeah, he might be maybe darted out in traffic. You know what I mean? To get out. I'm not saying he did, but that still don't mean he caused the accident. That's just a regular traffic violation. You know what I mean? A regular, you know what I mean? Whatever traffic violation they want to get you. That's a traffic infraction. That ain't no fleeing no scene or no fucking vehicular manslaughter or no shit like that. Like, come on now, bro. This shit crazy. Goku, what's up, man? What's up, man? Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. We speaking on this Kyren Lacy situation that happened down Louisiana. Man, they charged a thing. I don't know how old he was. 19, 20, I'm not sure. But man, he wasn't a kid. He was a young adult. You feel what I'm saying? But come on, he just, you know what I mean? This man in college. You know what I mean? He got a bright future ahead of him. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, he was 21. Yeah, yo, he was 21, bro. Shit crazy, bro. And for my main thing is, they saying all this shit. It's like motherfuckers saying, yo, I'm a millionaire. Yo, I got this, I got that. Nigga talking all this shit. But then when you see him, he don't got nothing. Nigga ain't got no car, ain't got no, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking at, these reports. It's like you reading these reports. He did this, he did that, he fled the scene, he hit this car, he collided with this. But when you look at the evidence of the video is not matching what the reports say. So that goes to show you somebody lying right there. You know what I mean? And it got to be the officers, because if there's nothing happened on Kyren's side for him to even be lying about. His vehicle had no damage. You know what I mean? They got video of him staying in his lane and staying three cars behind. So it's like, yo, come on, bro. They wanted to fucking pin this shit on this kid, bro. And they wanted to make it stick, and they wanted to assassinate his character, man. You feel what I'm saying? He killed the army vet and all this, and fled the scene. They try to make the story extra juicy just so they can publicly scrutinize him through the media and all that. You feel? That's how they do you, bro. That's how they do you. Shit crazy.
None of that's true. And he sure as hell never split the difference and barely got through, and then there was some big explosion. That's not what happened.
And like I always say, make that make sense. See, racist Caucasian people and raccoons, they love to pretend like they care about Marine vets. They love to pretend like they care about Army vets. They don't care. See, Kyren Lacy was black, and it was an opportunity for them to show their racism. Kyren Lacy was black, so it was an opportunity for them to show how much hatred they have for black men. Tell me I'm lying. And you, Tyler Warner, with your hating ass, this all your fault. I'm gonna spaz out on you later on in this video, because the rabbit hole gets even deeper. Y'all remember Kyren Lacy died in Houston, Texas, in Harris County, the most corrupt county in Houston. Check this out. Harris County, the heart of Houston, has one of the worst records of police corruption in Texas. Officers have been caught falsifying records, planting evidence, and lying to cover up the unalivings of innocent black men. Even after investigations and indictments, the lies haven't stopped. Many believe the truth about Harris County's police cover-ups of black men's death is only beginning to surface. For decades, black families in Houston have buried loved ones while police rewrote the story, calling murders accidents or self-bang-bang to protect their own. Now the community is demanding justice. Make that make sense. And yes, I believe he was murdered. You have to think about it. The very next day, his trial started. Why would he do that to himself? No, the real question is, who wanted him silenced? We all know Tyler Warner, hating ass, ruined the whole investigation. He made mistake after mistake because he wanted to frame Kyren Lacy. He lied, so when you lie one time, you gotta lie here, you gotta lie there. He was lying everywhere. And I believe if this would have went to trial that very next day, if this would have went to trial, the whole corruption would have been exposed. Tell me I'm lying. But I noticed something. That video I showed y'all at the beginning of this video, that news coverage I showed y'all, I noticed something. They said something so important. Run the tape.
Now, to be clear, the Harris County Sheriff's Office...
And I didn't even know that, yeah, he analyzed himself in Texas. Yo, all these police corrupt districts is corrupt, bruh. Like, we just had this shit going on in Baltimore with the gun trace task force a couple years ago, man. They was corrupt. You know what I mean? Planting evidence, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Robbing motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Falsifying documents, planting drugs, you feel what I'm saying? Stealing overtime, you know what I mean? Like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, yo, this shit, yeah, yo, it's a never ending story with these police departments, bruh. You feel what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to black people and black men, you know what I mean? They quick to call it no foul play or self-inflicted or suicide. You know what I mean? Like, bro, these motherfuckers, come on, man. And I didn't even know that his trial, he analyzed himself a day before his trial. That was suspicious to me. You know what I mean? That's another thing too. Yo, making me think a little bit, cause it just hit me. If this shit happened all the way in December, that was been a year. Cause I thought it happened recent. I thought it should happen last month, so I thought it was recent. But they said it happened in November, or December or January this year. So it almost been a year, cause we're in October now. So it almost been a year, 8 months, 9 months. You feel what I'm saying? So he went through all this whole year, getting scrutinized, getting locked up, getting, you know what I mean, had to pay money for a lawyer, all this and all that. And plus that, you know that lawyer wasn't cheap. You know this was a high profile case. So you know the lawyer They had people probably paid 20, 30,000 for that lawyer. You feel what I'm saying? Bad minimum 10,000. You feel what I'm saying? Bad minimum. You know what I mean? For that lawyer. So you know it's fucked up because the family lost out on the lawyer money. You know what I mean? And they lost out on their son too. Forget the money, but you know what I mean? You know, still though, that's what they paid the lawyer for them to get their son. You know what I mean? This shit crazy, bro. This shit crazy. And for them, I didn't even realize that. Like, so now you be to tell me he went through all this scrutiny and all this, you know what I mean? Scrutiny and everything else they put him through. You know what I mean? Bad media. You know what I mean? They just crucifixion him. They tried to crucify him. He went through all this shit all this time, and then when they tell me a month before his trial, or he said a day. He said a day before his trial, didn't he? A day before his trial, he killed himself when he proven his innocence, and everybody else is looking at it, kind of realize he innocent, and people realize, especially black people, realize and know where we at. Yeah, something ain't saying. I didn't even realize that till this good brother said something. But yeah, I did. Yeah, that's something to think about. I'm pretty sure they probably did get him up out of here, bro. Because he was going to expose all the corruption going on in that police department. You feel me? And I'm pretty sure it's a whole, as he said, there was a whole indictment that went down for that police department. You know what I mean? And a whole investigation from the Justice Department. So we go to show you, like, bro, this shit is crazy.
So the real question is, who wanted him silenced? We all know Tyler Warner hating.
Oh, let me go back, because this shit happened a day before his trial.
And you, Tyler Warner, with your hating ass, this all your fault. I'm gonna spaz out on you later on in this video because the rabbit hole gets even deeper. Y'all remember Kyren Lacy died in Houston, Texas, in Harris County, the most corrupt county in Houston. Check this out. Harris County, the heart of Houston, has one of the worst records of police corruption in Texas. Officers have been caught falsifying records, planting evidence, and lying to cover up the unalivings of innocent black men. Even after investigations and indictments, the lies haven't stopped. Many believe the truth about Harris County's police cover-ups of black men's death is only beginning to surface. For decades, black families in Houston have buried loved ones while police rewrote the story, calling murders accidents or self-bang-bang to protect their own. Now the community is demanding justice. Make that make sense. And yes, I believe he was murdered. You have to think about it. The next day, the very next day, his trial started.
Oh, so
why would he do
day.
That to himself? No, the real
that ain't making sense, bro. You unalive yourself a day before your trial? Nah. And this shit been going on for 8-9 months. And you know you innocent now. They say now, you know, motherfuckers usually may do that. They facing the death penalty if they know they, you know what I mean, they might not be innocent, shit like that. But bro, this bro knew he was innocent. And you gotta think he got a life to live. I'm not sure if they kicked him. I'm pretty sure they might have kicked him out of high school. Out of college. I'm not sure. We're gonna look on that later. You know what I mean? But he was definitely getting scrutinized. You know what I mean? His team probably couldn't play football no more. So he probably was, you know what I mean, benched just because of this situation going on. You know what I mean? So, yo, you know he was going through it. You feel what I'm saying? So, me personally, I don't think he unalived himself neither. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't, because like, yo, you want to prove your innocence. You want to voice to the world. You want people that was doubting you and that was, making fun of you and saying that you was guilty. You want to prove them wrong. You know what I mean? So, that's why I did it. Like, they say a day before your trial. And he was in one of the most racist counties in Houston. Yeah, I don't know about that, bruh. I don't know. He might have did, but come on now. When one thing that start not adding up, you gotta start questioning everything, bruh. Like we need an autopsy of your body. You feel what I'm saying? Like we need an autopsy of his body. We need footage. We need body camera. I mean not body cam. Yeah, we need body camera footage from the officers that pulled up. We need surveillance footage. We need everything. Phone records. We need all that, bruh. Because I ain't going to say and say this, he killed himself when y'all already said he killed somebody else and he didn't do it. Now he killed himself. When he was going to expose all the corruption going on in y'all police department. I don't know about that one, brother. I don't know. You know what I mean? You got to start questioning everything, man. Because these motherfuckers out here, yo, they fucking call anything a suicide. You know what I mean? Like anything. And then they probably think, oh yeah, we can't do it by hanging them. You know what I mean? Because that's gonna look. We've been doing that for so much that people starting to catch on. Ain't no black man really hanging themselves by no tree. So yeah, we gonna do it with a gunshot. We want to make it look more realistic. Yeah, it's fucked up, yo. Rest in peace to him, man. He got railroaded like crazy. You know what I mean?
Now the community is demanding justice. Make that make sense. And yes, I believe he was murdered. You have to think about it. The next day, the very next day, his trial started. Why would he do that to himself? No, the real question is, who wanted him silenced? We all know Tyler Warner hating ass ruined the whole investigation. He made mistake after mistake because he wanted to frame Kyren Lacy. He lied, so when you lie one time, you gotta lie here, you gotta lie there. He was lying.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, like, subscribe. You know, we're at 300 subscribers, man. I'm supposed to have been had it, but YouTube taking subscribers from you. I don't know, people might be unsubscribing, I don't know. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, man. Like, subscribe to the channel.
And everywhere, and I believe if this would have went to trial that very next day, if this would have went to trial, the whole corruption would have been exposed. Tell me I'm lying, but I noticed something. That video I showed y'all at the beginning of this video, that news coverage I showed y'all, I noticed something. They said something so important. Run the tape.
Now, to be clear, the Harris County Sheriff's Office is investigating this through their homicide division. They did put out a statement saying they recovered a gun from inside Lacy's car. They also say dash cam video shows Precinct 4 did not fire any shots after this chase was over. Right now, we're still working to clarify that that also means no shots were fired before this chase ended. Shannon Ryan, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
Make that make sense. Why did she say not one time but two times that the cops never fired back at Kyren Lacy? She had said it once, she said it twice, just to make sure they cover their ass. But how we know that? She said it was investigation still going on. Well, where the results at? We have no results. We have no video footage. We have no body cam footage of that high-speed chase in Houston. We have nothing. All they showed us was a broken fence. All they showed us was a piece of his car laying on the ground. Where is the picture of his car? They showed us the picture from the other accident with the Marine in Louisiana, but why we never saw a picture of his car in Houston? Because they said he wrecked. They never showed us anything. And I sat back and I thought, why would I believe anything out of Houston PD or Harris County? Why would I believe them when they the same people, when 13 bodies were found in the bayou every month, like 3 bodies being found in Houston, in Harris County, and no one knows anything? Why would I believe them? Yeah, all right. And look, if I sound crazy, if I don't make sense, in my comment section, tell me I don't make sense. Now back to you, Tyler.
Make perfect sense to me, good brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. Make perfect sense. And like you said, these motherfucking police departments need to get investigated, man. They've been getting investigated, but it's like you say, corruption runs so deep and racism runs so deep and through their departments, and it's been a part of their culture for so long that they can't help themselves, bruh. They can't help themselves. They know they be getting like how they was on the gun trace task force. Them guys know they was getting investigated. They knew shit was getting hot. You know what I mean? They knew shit was about to hit the fan. But they just like, yo, you motherfucker, you been doing it for so long, bro. You just like, man, fuck it. You know what I mean? If it come, it come. Well, man, I ain't worried about it, man. I've been doing this. You know what I mean? Like you get big-headed, or you get you know what I mean, too nonchalant about it. You feel what I'm saying? Or some niggas just be like, fuck it, I know they coming, but I'm gonna get it while I can. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's going on with these police departments, bro. They know that the motherfucking investigation is coming. It might not, you know what I mean, it's going to probably work in their favor too. But and they done did so much shit and covered up so much shit that they probably ain't going to find half of the shit they done did. It's fucked up, man. And then they say he was on a high-speed chase. Where the high-speed chase at, bro? Like, come on now. Y'all got helicopters and all that shit in Houston. Like, where the footage at? Where the body camera footage at of the high-speed chase? You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on now, bro. Like, I don't, like you say, I ain't fucking with nothing he said. I don't believe nothing he said. They too corrupt.
corner with your hating ass. Instead of you doing the right thing and charging the right person and not lying, you decided to ruin Kyren Lacy's life. You decided to frame this man. You decided to lie on this man to the whole world. You lied on this man. You started all this bullshit. All because the only way you can feel like a football player, the only way you can feel special to your girl is on Halloween. Tell me I'm lying. But you see how the ancestors work? Everything is backfiring on you. Now you about to lose your family. You about to lose your wife. You about to lose your finances. You about to lose your home. Maybe even lose your freedom.
He need to lose his freedom. That's the
Listen
main
up.
thing he need to lose.
And Tyler Warner, I'm talking directly to you. Next week, you getting fired. And all that money, all those pennies you worked for, you getting sued for. And then, look, you only 25. That social media image you have is ruined. Wait, the same way you ruined Kyren Lacy's image. Yeah, you see, you thought you could just move on with life. You thought you could have a baby, get married, go to parties, celebrate your birthday, go to football games. You thought you could do all this, win awards. You thought you could just move on with life and pretend like you didn't ruin Kyren Lacy's life. Well, nope, you about to go through everything Kyren Lacy went through. And not just you, Brianna too, both of y'all. So to the both of y'all, welcome to hell on earth. And I hope y'all enjoy. I'm out.
Yeah, man, facts, man. Like, shout out to this brother right here, man. He broke it down real good. Let me subscribe to him. Introvert, rockstar. Shadow, man. I go show you right there, man. Yo, this shit crazy, bruh. Like, I don't understand how these motherfuckers is still letting these people, yo, these people still getting away with all this shit, bruh. 21st century, man. We in 2025 going on 2026. You know what I mean? He's still framing motherfuckers, bro. Still lying on motherfuckers. Still, you know what I mean? Still, racism is going to be here. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, we got to come up and stand up to ourselves and create our own, man. Because as long as we in these people's system, it's going to keep happening, bro. It's going to keep happening, man. It's fucked up that they did that to this kid, man. This kid, you know what I mean, was like he was a good kid. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he probably messed up. You know what I mean? You know, he wasn't perfect. But come on now, man. What 21 your kid is? And I mean, he wasn't a kid. He was a young adult. But still, though, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you just coming off. And then he in college. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, bro, he's still living a, you know what I mean? The childhood dream. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, you know, that, you know, he you know, wasn't doing everything right. But I know one thing for certain, he, like you say, he ain't killing people. You know what I mean? And it goes to show you that, yo, they're putting anything on the black man, yo, just to get their self out of it, or just to, you know, come down on the black man even harder, bruh. You feel what I'm saying? That shit fucked up, man. Rest in peace to Kyren Lacy, man. They did that boy wrong, and it cost him his life. You feel what I'm saying? And all them police officers need to be fired and need to be charged in the Louisiana Department and the Houston Police Department. And all departments across America need to be fired, fined. The officers need to be fired. Need to do the whole reset. New officers. You feel what I'm saying? And they need to start cold screening these officers, mental screening these officers, and motherfucking racist screening these officers, man. Make sure they not racist. Which I know a lot of them is still gonna be. But you come on now, bro. This shit fucked up, man. They costing motherfuckers' lives, man. Ruining people's lives. They ruined that boy life, man. You know what I mean? Shorty, he probably could have been the next millionaire. Probably could have been the next Emmett Smith. Anything, you know what I mean? Fucking Jerry Rice. You never know anything. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Shorty, like he was, you know what I mean? It's fucked up how it go like that, bro. It's really fucked up, man. So make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. We gonna continue. We gonna keep you updated on this topic. I want to know what's happening with these officers. They need to be charged, man. They can't let these niggas just get off scot-free. All that losing their job, no, because they're gonna lose their job being a fucking police officer, and then probably a year later go become a state trooper, or a year later become a motherfucking fucking working with the government. You know what I mean? They're gonna be doing something. You know what I mean? They need to be charged, bro, because that shit right here, that shit right there cost that boy his life. And these boys need to be sued, charged, and, you know what I mean, convicted. You know what I mean? Because that shit fucked up, man. And I'm pretty sure that's not the only lives they didn't ruin. They didn't ruin probably plenty of black men lives. You know what I mean? This is shit that just caught up with them. You know what I mean? So We not letting out this situation. I'm glad I just found out about it. That's the crazy part. And this shit been going on since January. And I'm type motherfucker. I usually keep, you know what I mean, updated with, you know, topics like this. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Robbie TV. We going live again probably around like 6:30, 7 o'clock. We gonna speak on the troops and the Trumps and the troops of Chicago. What's going on? We gonna speak on Diddy too. See what they just gave Diddy 50 months. You know what I mean? So we gonna speak on that situation too, man. So yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, Robbie TV, and I'm out.